Let's see here. As for game number 1, it's going to be EVOS Legends and Alter Ego. Who will take it as we enter the Land of Dawn?
Whoa, I'm seeing a very unique pick from Rizal here. He's actually opted to go for Electro Flash instead of Weakness Finder. I personally go for Weakness Finder myself on the Melissa, but with the Electro Flash, I guess what he's trying to do is, you know, maneuver a bit better in these team fights as a very immobile hero. I understand, but again, we're gonna have to see how this works out because Brands has actually gone for the same, and Rizal, oh, beautiful skin, man.
Beautiful skin, yeah. Well, speaking of, you can get that skin. It is available now. MLBBX Jujutsu Kaisen.
Oh,
what a skin.
I heard Miracle already got a skin.
Bro.
I haven't.
I've been playing Melissa like non-stop. I think 12 games in a row. Just because of the skin.
I heard she's your waifu, Mirko.
Yeah, you can kind of say that.
Wan's your waifu.
Well, sometimes things
What a
change,
traitor.
right? It's fine. It's, you know, but here, the reason I'm playing her a lot is because there's a lot of Moskovs in ranked. And this hero is super good against the Moskov. Why? Because, look, okay, Brands just canceled it there. That's a very good play by Brands. But when you get your second ability, you can actually win in all ins up against the Moskov super easily. When Moskov inspires, you just do the same. And there's not much the Moskov can really do unless he can, he can basically knock you back. But you can dash back anyways. It just comes down to the execution in the lane, but Melissa has a pretty solid advantage.
All right, and in the mid lane, in the mid lane, EVOS Legends going to be able to clear a lot faster than Alter Ego here, so that does give them an advantage. So even though it seems like, whoa, wait a minute.
Whoa. God's here, forcing Pi to use that flicker just in time before that turtle spawns. So perhaps that might be an advantage for EVOS, let's see.
Back to the statistics, right? Sidecons on this Terizla, you're very immobile, but when it comes to trades, you will definitely win, and there's another fight here in the turtle.
Penalty zone pops call Alter as well here as the turtle will fall to the hands of Taz. And take a look at the stun on towards one man, and that is Odil, as 2 members from Alter Ego Esports will fall. EVOS Legends winning that exchange.
Yeah, even though Alter Ego Esports had that early game comp with Rasi on the Natalia to look for these pickoffs, when it went to a 5v5, because Hijome was already level 4 as well, and even level 5, EVOS Legends were able to get the better dub in that trade.
It comes down to just the XP lane prio. This has been happening, I think, to Alter Ego constantly. Again, Psychots is constantly going to be winning this trade, and even here, Pi decides to all in against Psychots. Gani.
Split, pass has been moved here, but of course, they're EXP laners here in Miracle. They're gonna survive very, very well, but oh my god, in the mid side here, both teams seems to trade, but nothing much just yet.
And, okay, back again to my point. XP, right? With the XP lane presence, Alter Ego are still forcing these fights. Rizal pops the goal away.
Nothing too much as Odil jumps in, and EVOS with the execute comes through as well. Taz looking for the decimation onto its kids here. EVOS Legends will not force anything as the top side will collapse.
Unfortunate. They had to lose another member in that particular fight, and EVOS Legends, again, with the space that they have, they are going to be able to get another turret in the top side. EVOS Legends now just snowballing from that early game, which is exactly what Alter Ego Esports doesn't want to do.
Okay, in the mid side here, Taz will take a lot of damage, but will survive that one here. For now, it's just both teams here trying to trade, trying to poke as much as possible. Pre-Turtle 2.
I think, again, it just comes down to the fundamentals, right? Especially for EVOS Legends, how they're playing is pretty formulaic. They get pressure in their own lane via trades or via wave clear, depending on the strengths of their heroes, and they are able to constantly be able to set up these neutral objective takes much better, and here it is again.
Udil pulled back. Now Pi trying to strike with the flicker as well. Taz popping up that pull altar, but the turtle will fall to the hands of Pi. Now Warren Shoes, Rossi gets taken down. Psychots now will be the #1 casualty here as well. Pi looking for more. Hijime, can he be taken down? Oh, Brands is there in the backup finding a kill. And EVOS Legends with the response.
Oh, it was kind of unfortunate that Brands was a little late, right? Because before that team fight even happened, Brands was still clearing that top side, trying to build a slow push.
Oh, wow.
But as you can see here, Talent's prediction, unanimous for EVOS Legends, except for Papulong going for Alter Ego. And he always does this. He doesn't want to be, I don't even know what he wants at this point.
He's the odd one out, right? As long as he's always the minority when it comes to talent predictions here. And he loves being in that position because he likes to prove people wrong. And currently, Alter Ego, right before the talent prediction actually popped up, they were able to get a fight. Now, EVOS Legends, sure, they have the better setup, but they need to be very careful of Alter Ego's team fighting. Because despite having better setup, Alter Ego can still prove to be a big menace, especially when it comes to Pi on the glue.
Is this the right target though? 3-on-1 now with the split. Pi catches Dreams, called Alter Pops, but no clear backer from Alter Ego. Oh, off camera! Udo gets taken down and Pi will fall as well. But also Taz is the only casualty from the side of EVOS Legends.
Yeah, throwing punches even behind the camera face, right? Alter Ego Esports. We saw that Rasi did not end up rotating towards the bottom side, but rather looking for the pickoff onto a member from Alter Ego and from EVOS Legends. And that was better, I think, if in comparison, if Rasi went in for the backup onto Pi.
That could have worked. Maybe could have worked better, right? But what I want to point out myself here, especially when it comes down to this game, is the gold lane presence. Brands has constantly been rotating across the map with the win already and the turret taken. Meanwhile, we can already see a good reaction from Rizal, also just rotating even in his own jungle, trying to just clear camps as much as possible to get to the level that Brands is at, and even the gold. Now, finally, Alter Ego decide to let go of the turtles, knowing that they don't have enough setup, with Rasi on the Natalia not really having as much presence as Dreams.
But I guess they have compensation here, Miracle. Alter Ego Esports trading that turtle for that turret bot side, so I guess it's still okay. Well, it's even, I guess. It's an even trade.
It's pretty even, right? But it comes down to the XP when it's the trade of the turtle to the objective on the bottom side, the turret. I'm taking a look at the items here, and still, for the Melissa, no defensive items despite him losing the lane. You can already see Brands picking up the steel leg plates pretty early, and even the Faramis here. Hijume deciding to go steel leg plates. A lot of steel leg plates on the board, knowing that there's a lot of physical damage threat from the Natalia, even just the Melissa and the Fredrin. So honestly, very good itemization. Steel leg plates is basically a whole item because of how much physical defense it gives you, and it gives you the creativity or the room to go for more magical defense and complete other items like the Radiant Armor instead of going for a full physical defense item.
Oh, kids jumping in, and Dreams will get the taunt here. He is quite low. But take a look at the call altered by both teams. Sidegods jumps in with the penalty zone, catches two, Rizal falls, and Udil is gonna be next in the chopping block. 3 bodies from the side of Alter Ego's Esports. They're in the land of Dawn.
Psychots just being a huge menace here, and it's insane. Even on Terizla, 214 stat, the impact doesn't even reflect onto the KDA. And right now, we're also taking a look at the gold differences.
This is where we see the win conditions really, smash against each other, clash, because EVOS Legends, we're going back to it. Psychots is a playmaker, but he can always be a weak side playmaker. That's what makes EVOS Legends so good with this lineup. They can play strong side for Brands or strong side for Psychots. Either way, and this game, they chose to play for Brands because they know that Alter Ego are putting a lot of their resources on Rizal. If that gold lane fails, the whole composition fails.
Pi flickering away, quite low, called Alter from the side of Alter Ego, popped, responded back from the side of EVOS. Now Psychots, the backside, dueling with Pi. Pi might be the first one to die. Oh, penalty zone! Psychots stop this guy as he catches 3, and now kids get taken down, and the Lord will be taken from the side of EVOS Legends as they look for the early end.
Rossi has to be careful here, Gunny. He's still going to be able to get away, I think, but that's unfortunate. The way that they drafted the Natalia, you were worried about it, you were concerned about it, and so far we haven't seen the impact. Sure, 210 was able to get a pick off on the board, but as we're entering that mid stage, as we're entering the way that EVOS Legends are rotating around the map as 5 it's not going to be as easy to get the pickoffs as we're going to take a look at the instant replay.
I think this is where it shows that Rizal is severely underfarmed. We saw the goal differences, and we're seeing Rizal have a solid performance when it comes down to positioning, but he's just so far behind that he has nothing to say when it comes down to these crazy engages. Brands, even with no mana, was able to deal out much more damage than Rizal, who's again way too far behind. Look at EVOS Legends, they have the Guardian's Bulwark as well to deny that. In Dreams.
Oh, Dreams will catch kids here, but no clear damage just yet. Oh, take a look at that. Brands will almost take Udil and kids down. But now the Lord is going to be managed by Alter Ego. 1-2 base turret will fall for Alter Ego. EVOS Legends looking for the disciplined play.
I mean, in theory, the way that EVOS Legends are clumping up, the AoE damage from Rizal should work. But like you mentioned, because he is so far behind, it doesn't seem to have an impact at all. And to top that off, Brands has just secured that lifesteal item, the Haas Claw. So he is going quite greedy, but he will and should be able to sustain since there is no quote-unquote burst damage coming in from Alter Ego Esports just yet.
Not enough, literally not enough. That's what they wanted to, get in the early stages of the game, because they noticed that they severely lack that burst damage. That's why they picked up the Natalia, but it just hasn't found its mark here. Again, with losing lanes across the board, there's not really much that Natalia can do, and with the mid lane control in the hands of EVOS Legends for the most part because of just the drafts and how they were able to utilize it, it's just EVOS Legends who have to say in every single team fight. Rossi, even here, up against Brands, he's way too behind to try to 1v1 him. And this is what makes Moskov so good in this current patch. Not only is he a threat in the laning phase, but it's when he is out of the laning phase where he's so scary. An assassin can't even 1v1 this guy. This hero was built to outplay, and we're seeing it here from Brands.
What can they do here? I was thinking, right? I mean, the only way that perhaps Alter Ego Esports can work around this is the fact that Natalia can still roam around the map and try and push those waves. But if Rassi mispositions even the slightest way, EVOS Legends, they're going to have a man advantage and they are going to be able to punish him for it. And he naturally doesn't want to go down before a huge neutral objective spawns, which is the Lord.
I mean, now Rassi here is already setting up here, trying to find the effective position, but seeing and realizing how Alter Ego Esports is just way and far behind, will not find or achieve anything here. It's going to be another defense for Alter Ego.
That's the only thing Alter Ego can do, honestly, is just wait in their base, try their best to look for farm that's shoved back into him, because they can't really open up the map with Rossi on an assassin, not an initiator, not a full-blown tank. They don't even have a conceal, I believe, in this point, right? And EVOS Legends are constantly freezing the waves up until that Lord spawns, where they're able to crash 3 waves at once and just create so much pressure for the Lord. It's the forced error that EVOS Legends have been able to create so many times, but it comes back to just fundamentals. EVOS Legends, they understand that, and they do not force any further commitment when it's unnecessary.
8,000 gold lead. EVOS Legends already marching with the Lord in this mid side. Rossi may be looking for a flank, but we'll see how that pans out.
We might see the end here as Taz now looks for an opening as well as Dreams. He has, oh my God, in the backside, Rossi was caught. He almost gets Jujime down, but now it's going to be Kids and Dreams. Dreams soaking the damage.
God.
Take a look at the damage from Brands. Base turret number 3, the last and final for Alter Ego will fall. EVOS, take a look at Psychos looking for the flank, but now the new Million Blast was huge. The combo wombo was in, and Alter Ego Esports will fall in game 1.
Alter Ego Esports leading the series with a dominant and very neat, clean-cut performance. That was so clinical. It's even hard to begin to say and to think what Alter Ego can do in that game, because that was just beautiful. Even though EVOS Legends, I don't even know what to say.
They just lost one fight. That fight was them miscalculating, right? In the I think second turtle. Second turtle was the only time it looked bad for EVOS Legends, but even then it was off a mistake of their side. It wasn't Alter Ego making any proactive movements that forced these errors to happen. It was EVOS Legends simply making a